this is Shen.
And I'm Siri.
And welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Before we start, please subscribe to this channel. Our story today is about the Sallie house. The Sallie house was built for the Finney family in 1867 in Atchison, Kansas. It is a two-story brick house widely considered to be one of the most haunted houses in the United States. It is known to be haunted by a little girl named Sallie. The owner, Dr. Charles Finney, died in 1947. There are many stories and theories behind all the haunting. One of the stories is that Dr. Charles Finney was home one evening when a neighbor began frantically banging on his door while holding her young daughter Sallie, screaming in pain. Dr. Finney took the mother and Sallie in and laid her on a tabletop. He believed that Sallie's appendix had ruptured and would need to be operated on immediately. Dr. Finney sedated Sallie and then began to operate, not realizing that she was still awake. Despite Sallie still being conscious, the doctor did not stop operating and she reportedly died on the table from blood loss and shock.
Oh my god. Didn't he use an anesthetic?
He did, but it didn't work on her.
Jesus Christ. How can you not realize if they've gained consciousness back? She didn't scream or anything?
He did realize it, but he still kept on going.
Didn't you say not realizing?
He didn't realize that the anesthetic didn't work at first, but
Even after
He-
realizing it, he kept continuing?
yeah, even after.
Jesus, that's a horrible doctor.
I think it was an emergency, and I don't know, it definitely sounds shady. I can see, like, oh my god, imagine someone operating while you're still conscious. Oh my god. Another story claims that Sallie was a young girl who lived in the house with her family and also died of a botched appendicitis surgery when she was 6 years old. A different story claims that she was taken to Dr. Finney due to experiencing respiratory issues. However, the doctor did not recognize the seriousness of her condition and she later died of pneumonia.
Okay, so the story is she died of some illness at the hand of Dr. Finney.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the death of Charles Finney, the house was let out, and many families and residents came into the house and left. Many of them not wanting to stay long due to unusual and paranormal happenings in the house, until Tony and Deborah Pickman moved into the house in 1993. It was not long before Sallie began to make her presence known to the Pickman family. The Pickmans had decorated one room as a nursery and filled it with teddy bears for their newborn son. When Sallie began to play with the bears herself, Sallie would take the bears off of their shelves and arrange them in neat circles in the middle of the floor, sometimes within minutes of them having been put away. After this event, Tony's brother Greg picked up a camera and snapped a few pictures of the teddy bear sitting next to Pickman's TV. As he focused on the bear, he asked, "If you're here, do you want to have your picture taken?" And then, as he clicked the shutter, the bear spun around right before their eyes.
So he, like the brother, at least believes in the paranormal because he set up a camera and everything and then tried to communicate with the ghost. But it's just 1993, right?
This was, 1993, around 1993.
Can't they capture videos?
Oh, can they?
Yeah.
Of course they can.
Right?
Yeah, I get that. Maybe they didn't have a camcorder or video recorder recording devices.
Okay. Pretty convenient.
Tony's sister-in-law, during a visit to the house, would also report an overwhelming, unsettled feeling in the nursery, and the family dog would bark incessantly at the entrance to the nursery, and their cat would stare at something the Pickmans couldn't see. Their newborn baby would also wake up every hour as if someone was playing with him. The Pickmans also claimed that their neighbor would ask them why they kept the nursery light on all night, which Deborah stated she always turned off at night.
They had a dog? Like Tony had a dog?
Seemed like that, yeah.
Fishy stuff going on.
Definitely fishy stuff.
They've got like animals all over the house, it seems. Cats, one dog.
Yeah.
But you know that cat staring into the distance that the people can't see. That's all cats, by the way. All cats will do this distance stare to creep you out, like like right behind you or something. They'll all do it. That's not uncommon. The dog barking, perhaps. If the dog like refuses to go to the nursery and like barks at it, that's fishy.
What if the dog doesn't like the baby? I mean, what if the baby is getting
Oh my
more
God,
attention
yeah.
and the dog's just jealous?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh. We've explained everything, man.
The first attack took place when Tony walked into the room that was once used as a nursery room by Dr. Charles Finney. Tony claimed that he felt extremely cold and then long bloody scratches appeared on his arm.
Maybe they were roaming around in the dark and the cats scratched them. We've solved it.
That would make a
We've
lot of
solved it.
sense. Oh, the scratches were big actually. I've seen the
Oh,
scratches.
not
It
cats.
like you need to spread your fingers or your paws wide enough to make
Those scratches.
yeah to make the scratches because it looked somewhat spaced between each scratch.
Okay. How old is Sally? 6?
It's a little girl. They don't explain the age yet.
They said 6 at one point, but then they're like multiple origin stories of Sally, so it might not be 6.
Yeah.
Was Tony a doctor by any chance?
No. Tony wasn't a doctor.
Just the man of the house, because, screw him.
Just the man of the house. I'm not sure it was the man of the house or is it just Tony?
Like, no one previously had scratches and those experiences?
No. It seems like Tony was the only one who had physical evidence, which is very sus. It almost sounds like Ed and Lorraine Warren would jump into this
Yeah, also,
story.
it feels like 1993 is the prime time for ghost stories, haunted houses.
Yeah, I think that's when people started documenting their
Yeah.
lives as well.
Yeah.
Like they have like camcorder and cameras, and around the 90s, I guess people was like, yeah, let's record our stuff all the time. The Pigments decided to leave the house for a time with their son and go stay with Tony's parents. Tony was reportedly scratched on the back by an unseen force as they were leaving the house.
Tony should find a new place to live.
Yeah, if it's bothering you, just leave.
Yeah, it's not as easy, but it's still 1993. It's the housing market's not as bad as now.
No, but it's still costly.
Yeah, pretty costly.
Psychic Barbara Connor visited the house and claimed to have spoken with a child spirit there. The spirit's name was Sallie, and that she was a 7-year-old girl who had discomfort in her abdomen, a pain in her hand, and a toothache. Barbara also told Deborah that the spirit found her to be bossy at times and that she bugged her. Barbara apparently recommended that when the Pigments walked around the house, they gently remind Sallie of the rules of the house and that they give Sallie a few toys of her own to play with.
That was a recommendation. Adopt Sally.
That was a recommendation.
Basically adopting Sally.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, sounds as good as advice as any, I guess. What are you supposed to do with a ghost?
Not befriend it, not give it attention.
No, ghosts aren't bullies, okay? You can't be like ignore and it'll go away.
They are bullies. They're scratching people.
Yeah, but it's not gonna go away by ignoring it.
If you didn't give attention, it probably will eventually go away.
No, the ghosts have like all the time in the world, okay? They have nothing else to do other than make your life a living hell. They're not going away.
That is true.
Why does she have a injury in her hand?
They never explained that.
Okay.
Even about the toothache, I get the abdomen pain, but hand and tooth, I don't know why.
Oh yeah, tooth too. Maybe
Yeah.
one of her tooths about to fall out.
Oh, yeah, could be. Deborah later bought a toy baby doll as a gift for Sallie and had left the box wrapped up as a present in the nursery. Deborah claimed that one day she walked into the nursery to find the baby doll in the crib and found that one of the box flaps had been bent awkwardly outward, but the wrapping had not been removed. The couple took numerous photos around the house which appeared to show unexplained streaks and shapes. They also took photos showing a bluish swirling sort of mass which Barbara stated was a good sign and signified positive energy, love, and happiness.
What?
Deborah claimed to have taken a photo showing a dark mass with a marbleized appearance in the nursery room doorway and several other places around the house.
Barbara said all this? Barbara just sounds like she's making stuff up now. And why would you
Yes.
encourage the ghost by putting the gift like in the nursery? Why would you like, it's like, yeah, stay close to
Yeah.
my baby. Why not? Enjoy yourself.
I think the ghost lives in the nursery.
Jesus. And then didn't the ghost like open the doll up and put it in the crib?
Yeah, that's good.
Move away, Deborah. What are you doing? Jesus. And Barbara.
I feel like you should ignore this ghost. I don't know, like interacting with it more, just like making it more excited. Like it will start interacting with you more. Don't give it that attention.
How do you deal with child ghosts? Because like
You leave the
yes,
house.
that would be the first. But what if you couldn't leave the house? Would you appease it or would you just ignore it?
Ignore it, or I'll just profit out of it. I'll
Great,
open
and
up a
then
haunted house
but
exhibition.
you'll still have to
That's the
move
first thing
somewhere
I'm
because if
gonna
your house
do.
is an exhibit, you can't live in it.
Yeah, I will earn enough money to get another house.
But for that, you will have to do like a lot of viewings. You'll have to be your house will have to be famous, and then you would have to make sure that the ghosts always do tricks so that everyone believes you, like turning the bear, opening the gift.
It doesn't matter. People will start knowing that's a haunted house, and you'll give a disclaimer,
Yeah, but it has to sometimes still show how will you like.
and it does. Remember,
Oh
Ryan and
yeah.
Shane went there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they are earning cuz they're allowing like YouTubers to sleep in the house.
But they're not the owners anymore.
Oh. Oh damn, they should have kept the house. They would have earned a lot.
Yeah, true. I don't know who owns the
Maybe
house.
they thought that if they kept the house, the ghost would just follow them on and their son to wherever they're gonna go.
They should have given it a try. I don't know. I
Maybe
just
back
feel
then,
like
like
it's
there
a
was no way
lot
of like
of
marketing the
money.
haunted house like there is now.
Maybe, yeah. That could be it. Probably they didn't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it would be a profitable business. I don't know. I probably think ahead of time, but I am
I
right
mean,
now.
we're
I'm scared.
literally we're literally like
They
ahead of
should have.
1993, so we're thinking in a less profit from supernatural way. But maybe back then they didn't.
Yeah, true. Maybe like you said, like there were so many haunted houses,
Oh, true.
people didn't care.
Yeah, like a lot of these are just popping up everywhere.
The Pigments also began to see apparitions of a young girl in early 1900s period clothing and believed this to be the spirit named Sally that Barbara had communicated with. Tony first saw Sally early one morning when he was getting a drink from the kitchen sink, and she was standing in the doorway. Tony dropped the glass he was holding, and when he looked up again, the little girl was gone. He quickly sketched a picture of the girl that he had seen.
I mean, that's pretty cool though that he can just like look at her for a split second and then draw it.
I know, right? The picture is also in the on their website. They have their own website, by the way.
Yeah, probably because that's probably where you book it. You're like, I want to sleep in your house.
They also began to experience objects being thrown across the room. And on one occasion, a lamp was thrown at Tony's mother, lights and the radio turning on by themselves, timers in the kitchen going off on their own, candles in the bathroom lighting on their own, disembodied and unexplained voices, finger marks appearing on burning candles, unused candles melted down, and pictures on the wall turning upside down on their own. Deborah also reported that fires would start on their own in the nursery. The family decided to invite a friend over, who was also a psychic, Renee Laker, to ask for help. Renee witnessed a shadow of a tall man sitting by the window, who got up and walked into the direction of the kitchen when she arrived at the house. The house was reportedly empty at the time. Laker felt like there were many spirits in the house, as well as a strong presence of evil. She instructed Deborah to burn sage around the house. When Deborah began cleansing the master bedroom, Tony was also present and was violently attacked. He was crushed and thrown through the air across the room into the bedroom wall and was also held down by an unseen force when Deborah tried to help him up. Renee demanded the spirit release Tony until the entity eventually released him. He also reported one occasion where Sally appeared next to him when he was lying in bed, grabbed his wrist, and left burn marks in the shape of fingerprints.
So this new lady has seen more than one ghost, right? She saw a
Yeah.
old man when she entered the house. And
Yeah.
she saw an old tall man. So
Tall
she saw
man.
a tall man, and I think she can see the baby. Did she say the baby? No, they didn't say. They
Baby?
didn't say Sally. They just said unseen force.
Yeah.
So like if you ask for another psychic, that one's gonna see one more, and then one more.
It adds
All
up.
adds up. I mean, but isn't it convenient that Tony is like someone's beating the crap out of Tony right in front of a psychic?
After this event, Tony would often feel the presence of something evil around him and was often physically attacked by some unseen force. He was scratched, burns and cuts would often appear on his body out of nowhere and from no visible source. Most of the violent attacks would be focused on Tony.
Tony should just move out and let Deborah, Baby, and Sally just live in peace.
Yeah, that would make so much sense.
Right? No one wants Tony here.
Tony has definitely done something to anger these entities.
His like Dr. Finney like reincarnated.
Yeah. Like, did he actually look like Dr. Finner or something?
Yeah, he botched up the appendicitis job, so this is revenge.
Maybe these entities attack people who's scared. Maybe they smell fear like
You think
dogs.
Tony is the most scared?
Yeah, I feel like Tony is the
I
most
mean-
scared one.
Tony is the only one being harmed, so yeah, I'd be scared.
Yeah, it's a good thing, I guess. Like, I mean, not saying that it's a good thing he's getting harmed. I said like it's probably a good thing that people believes him. People around him believes him.
Oh yeah.
Like, they're not just saying that,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
you're
If
just
it was a
seeing things.
lady, yeah, you'd probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Most of the time, the husband would think
Yeah.
the wife is crazy.
Yeah. True.
Many paranormal investigators have visited the house, and many have reported seeing objects flying through the air. Full and half bodied apparitions of the girl claiming to be Sally, as well as other men, women, and children. On one occasion, a team of paranormal investigators witnessed Tony being possessed by an evil spirit, which wanted to kill his wife, Deborah. The team then witnessed scratches appear all over Tony's body. Tony also stated that when he was in the house, he was not able to think any happy thoughts, that he felt like he was a different person, and he often felt that he wanted to hurt his wife, Debbie, and that he had planned on slitting her throat.
Whoa. I mean, if he even remotely had that thought, why not move out sooner? Why stay
Yeah.
like just
I'm glad that nothing actually happened, but you thinking something like that is a big red flag.
Yeah, I mean, I'd move out. He's got I remember his mom was mentioned, his brother and his sister-in-law were mentioned. They've got options, you know.
Yeah. I mean, everyone believes him clearly. So everyone would understand if you want to leave the house and they would actually help you move out.
Especially when you're having thoughts like slitting your wife's throat and you're not crazy.
I feel like, yeah, definitely. They don't mention the baby as much, but he's a danger to the baby as well if he thinks like that about his wife.
Yeah.
There has been many people who use EVP to communicate with Sally. A list of names of the people heard or referenced to in EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, interactions at the Sally house can be found on the official website if you ever want to listen to people's EVP.
Did Ryan do EVP? They've
I
got
think
a
they have.
spirit box? Is that EVP?
They got a spirit box. I think so. That is an EVP. I think. Yeah. I think that is a form, a type of EVP.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what's the other one that you check that lights up that checks your electromagnetic
Yeah,
force?
EMF something.
EMF. Yes, I think EMF detector
Yeah.
or something. I just mentioned electromagnetic.
Yep.
Anyway, records do apparently show that Sally Isabel Hall did live in the house in 1905, but that she was a 35-year-old black woman, not a young girl who died in the house.
She was a 35-year-old black woman. Oh, that's just funny.
Not yet. We're not done with her origin yet.
Oh, okay. Because, like, who would mistake a 35-year-old black woman for a 7-year-old white child? Oh, my.
Actually, we don't know Sally's race, but the picture Tony drew, it looked like it
But
was.
Sally didn't live in that house. That's Finney's house.
As no official records show, a young girl named Sally living in the Sally house. Another theory is that a demon or demons or other inhuman supernatural entities who are sometimes known to disguise or present themselves as human spirits may be responsible for the activities. This is a very old theory because even nowadays people believe that if you see a child ghost, it's most likely a demon disguised as a child
Why?
to befriend you, to make them look innocent, so that you will think that they're harmless,
Oh, no.
and so that they can feed off of your
Energy.
energy. Yeah.
Deborah fell for it. That's because the psychics told her to appease the little ghost and bring her toys. So stupid.
Yeah, they all fell for it. I remember Annabelle, the story of Annabelle. It was similar because do you remember people thought that Annabelle was a child, so they cared for the girl, but it's actually a demon
Yeah.
moving the doll around.
Yeah.
The psychic themselves said that no, it's a child, don't worry about it. But when they met Ed and Lorraine Warren, they soon realized that it was not a child, it was a demon,
Yeah.
a very dangerous demon, apparently. So, yeah, I think this theory is very common. A family who moved into the house after the Pickman family left reported no paranormal activity, but did report that a large pentagram, an altar, a kettle, and a black robe were found in the basement by the landlord. Because of this discovery, it is theorized that devil worship or rituals were performed in the basement of the Sallie house, resulting in demons and other spirits being invited in. Some are said to believe that a demon lives in the basement of the house, specifically in the hole in the back wall.
So the Pickman family were into dark arts.
No, no.
No?
It's not the Pickman family. They think that quite a few owners before Pickmans were into devil worshipping.
Before Pickman, but Pickmans made the house, didn't they?
No, the Pickmans didn't make the house. The Finney did.
Oh, Finney.
The Finney family
Who's
did.
Pickman? Tony?
The Pickmans moved in 1993.
Tony Pick.
Yeah, Tony
Oh,
is Pickman.
Tony's surname is Pickman. Were the Finneys into paranormal activity?
I don't know actually. But all these years, nobody noticed this. Nobody ever went to the basement.
How's that possible, right?
Yeah.
How can you not go to an area of your. Is there an area of my house I've never been to? I mean, there is a storage that's so full now that I can't enter it. But yeah, I've been to every area of my house. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
I don't know, or I don't think the Pickmans were the devil worshippers because before the Pickmans, the owners also claimed that something was wrong with the house. It's just the after the Pickmans left, the owners said that they found nothing suspicious. I mean, they felt nothing. They found suspicious things, which is kind of leads to like it feels like the Pickmans were hiding something. Like they weren't fully
Why didn't they? Why didn't
truthful
they
about
come
everything.
clean with this? But also, psychics visited their house. Did they not see it? Did they not visit every area of the house? I mean, they went to the nursery and were like, "Oh my God, I get very bad aura from this place." Or did they go to the
Yeah.
basement, like the most haunted
True.
place in the house?
Basement and attic.
And attic, yeah. That's the first places the psychics need to go to.
They're the two haunted places.
Right? Have they not watched horror movies?
I think in the 90s there weren't much. Wait, that's not true. Weren't the Warrens?
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Weren't the Warrens
Yep.
going around publicizing themselves? I'm so surprised the Warrens weren't involved in this case. It seemed
Yeah,
such
it's such a Warren case.
Warren thing
But
to do.
the thing is, even without the Warrens, this family has like 2 psychics already consulted.
True. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this video.
And thank you for joining us.
If you like this drawing and you want to see the finished piece, please check out my Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below which true crime or supernatural case you would like to see next. Or if you have a story of your own you would like to share, you can send them to me to my email or my Instagram.
Or on our subreddit. All the links will be in the description down below. Subscribe for more videos like this, and if you're already subscribed, please click the bell to be notified in the future.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya!